Welcome to Lovington Girls Basketball from Wildcat Gym. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Lovington Girls, Lovington Sports YouTube.com, right?
Lovington Sports YouTube.
Thank you. And HobbsAmerica.com.
There you go.
All right, so we're ready. And let's hope the Lovington girls are ready because Clovis is in the house. Lovington girls, of course, 4A. In fact, they are ranked 13th in 4A in New Mexico right now. And Clovis is a 5A school ranked 10th in 5A. So Clovis with a solid team this year. And Clovis, always a physical team. We saw it in the JV game somewhat. And we'll see it, I'm sure, here in the girls. Clovis teams, girls and boys, always very physical teams and competitive in sports. So looking for more chances for the Lovington girls to keep improving. They have come light years, just in the last half a season under Coach Chief Bridgeforth. I think they certainly were on their way. They had improved a lot over the last season or two and had been doing good work. And some of the girls, it's a young team though, and they come into this, and the Chief has them running lean and mean. The roster has only 9 girls on this, but I think you weed it out, you weed it down. You got your 9 strongest players. They're becoming more and more of a versatile team and a deeper team. And, I can see the differences from game to game with these girls. This group looks motivated to play well, and to improve, TJ.
Well, absolutely. And, in the early part of the season, that is exactly what you want to do and exactly what you have to do when you're really in a rebuilding phase. You mentioned, light years ahead of where they were, 7-5 now. They didn't have quite the Roswell tournament. They were in the girls' version of the Roswell tournament.
Right.
And won one of those games, but they won their final game in that one. But they played close in the others, and I think tonight is going to be a good test. I was looking at the overall rankings in 4A earlier, as you mentioned, ranked 13th right now.
It's not bad.
Problem is the other 3 teams in the district are all in the top 10.
So
it's going to be another murderer's row of a district. And, we talk about this every year since they moved into this district.
Right.
I mean, you've got to play district first. It's very strong, but they're not taking all 4 teams out of this district.
No, there's no way. And, of course, the district is Lovington, Artesia, Goddard, and Portales. I mean, come on. They're always, you've got usually the top 5 or 6. They're in the top 5 or 6 in the state. So, poor Lovington, has got to be so much better, just to stay in the conversation, with the other teams in the district. And but you know what? There's fight, there's improvement, and I think they're can do. They're like, you know what? Other people may write us off and think this is not possible for us to get in the conversation and think about playoffs and really work for it and hope for it and think that we may be able to make it. But they're not backing down, and they're fighting for it. So right now on the Lady Wildcat team, Aubrey Aranda is leading in field goal percentage with 51%. Malaya Castro's leading in steals per game with 3.3. Elizabeth Buendia is your scorer, and she's leading at 12.9 points per game and 1.8 assists per game as well. So, Buendia is the shooter on the team. Although, again, you don't want to just you don't want to have a one-horse team, and Coach Bridgeforth is really trying to work with his players and getting them versatile. Nothing wrong with pulling out, the strengths and having a player specialize according to her gifts and talents. Also, Erlyn Salcido is leading with 6.3 rebounds per game and 0.7 blocks per game. So look for her. She's more of the defensive specialist. She's listed as a center. You have some talented up-and-comers. You got some good bench here with Audrey Alexander, who can come in. She's a three-point shooter. She can get that hot hand going. You got Myra Castro, who's a good ball handler, and comes in and has high basketball IQ and can be really helpful in a number of ways. You've got Ashlyn Barunda. Of course, the Barunda family has been fueling, the Lovington girls basketball and volleyball teams with really good talent and the track and field as well for years. And you've got Abigail Schaus, who is at 6'5", towers above the other girls. And she's really, I can also see, the improvements in each game as well. She is definitely a developing talent and can be a very dangerous player, within the next season or two.
Well, certainly can, and taking some
She's
lumps
a freshman,
now,
by
and
the
just
way.
a freshman,
Just a freshman.
right? And
yeah,
and working her way through that. Of course, this is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Let's take a quick timeout, and we'll return. This is Lady Wildcat basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build champion cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Welcome back to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. We're at Wildcat Gym. It's Lovington hosting Clovis tonight, 4A hosting 5A team. And it's just a good opportunity for Lovington to sharpen their game. They're going to need everything against a solid Clovis team that comes in at 9-3 under head coach Jeff Reed. And last up, they beat Laguna Acoma 49-30. And next up, they'll be at Palo Duro this Saturday. They carry 14 girls on their roster. Brooklyn Zunich, Zerai Lewis, number 5, Gianna Cordova, 12, Asia Gonzalez, 15, Aspen Ulubari, 20, Amanda De La Rosa, 22, Allison Thomas, 23, Martha De La Rosa, 25, Katie Archie, 30, Kaylin Jefferson, 33, Shalonda LaFave, 40, Jadelle Petner, 42, Mackenzie Roach, 50, Erica Dominguez, and 10, Bryn Petner. By the way, Brooklyn Zunich is number 2, and Zerai Lewis is number 3. Your starters are going to be Lewis, Thomas, Martha De La Rosa, Jefferson, and LaFave. And right now, Lewis is their shooter. She is averaging 14.3 points per game. Jefferson is their quick ball handler. She's got 2.0 steals per game and a block per game. Shalonda LaFave is the defensive specialist, you might say. 7.4 rebounds per game, 1.8 assists. And she leads the team in field goal percentage for 55% as well. So they're kind of a three-horse, team with Lewis, Jefferson, and LaFave. Oh, they're big guns for Clovis. And for Lovington coming in at 7-5 under head coach Chief Bridgeforth, your roster is number 3, Audrey Alexander, number 5, Aubrey Aranda, number 10, Myra Castro, number 12, Malaya Castro, number 14, Ashlyn Burunda, 20 is Elizabeth Buendia, 24, Erlyn Salcido, number 30, Kira Olivas, and number 42, Abigail Schaus. Your starters will be Aranda, Castro, Burunda, and Buendia for Lovington. We have about 3 minutes left, a little over 3 minutes left on the warm-up clock. So they'll pull the girls off and get ready for national anthem and introduction of teams here in just a couple of minutes. But, I think the Lovington girls are here to be competitive. They want to play well. They want to learn, use this as a sharpening learning opportunity. Their last game was a win over Ruidoso, or Dexter rather, 62-29 against Dexter. And next up for them will be Thursday night right here in Wildcat Gym against Ruidoso. And their district for Lovington girls starts later this month on the 27th against Artesia in Artesia. While Clovis, actually I didn't even look up that, but again, all the districts starts around the same time. That last week of January for most. Now, that's a bigger district. It actually may start just a little, may start on the 23rd for that district because it's got a little. It's like
it's
is
a
it 4 teams? Oh, I thought it was.
District.
I thought it was 5 teams. So, but around the same time, toward
it's Hobbs,
the
Clovis,
last week.
Carlsbad, and Roswell High.
Okay, toward the last week of this. For some reason I thought Alamogordo was in there. But
I think Alamogordo was playing back up this year in 5A, but I think they put them down in the Southern District with Las Cruces.
Too, right, with some Boot Hill Dimming, and I don't know, some of the...
I want to say they were with Chaparral and Santa Teresa.
Right, they are with a couple of those teams from Anthony, I think. You're right, and a Las Cruces team. So we are getting geared up to get this one started here. And actually, it's been a while. We took the week off. It's been since before Christmas. Well, I think about a week before Christmas since we've done the Lovington girls game. We had a Lovington boys game on that Friday before the Christmas break. But it's been like about 2.5 weeks since we've watched the girls play, TJ.
Well, and they haven't had a home game
right.
either. So,
yeah, they've been busy, but they've been away.
Yeah, so they're returning home tonight, getting ready to take on Clovis. And, you mentioned, we're going to come out and try and be competitive and learn some things. And I think that's going to be very important tonight, especially as they start gearing up for district. We're in that run towards district. And they're going to see a lot of play from especially teams like Artesia and Goddard, like this Clovis girls play. They're going to play trap. They're going to try and run and gun, and they're going to be physical.
Yes. So it's a good test. It's a good way for the Lovington girls to sharpen up and learn. And we're just about to get into the national anthem and the introduction of teams. So this has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show here at Wildcat Gym. We'll take a break of a couple of minutes and be back with the Lady Wildcat basketball here at Wildcat Gym.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And thank you very much. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Back to Lovington girls basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Thank you, by the way, to all of our very fine sponsors. We appreciate all of them: Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Co-op, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, and Nowell Pharmacy. And the introduction of the teams going on. Again, I'll run back through and tell you who our starters will be for Clovis: Zerai Lewis, Allison Thomas, Martha De La Rosa, Kaylin Jefferson, and Shalonda Lefebvre. And for your Lovington girls, it's going to be Aubrey Aranda, Myra Castro, Malaya Castro, Ashlyn Brunda and Elizabeth Buendia. Just 9 girls on this Lovington roster under Chief Bridgeforth. And really, I'm looking down. There's only one senior, and that's Audrey Alexander. And so it is a younger team. There are a number of juniors, though. Aranda is a sophomore. Myra Castro is a junior. Malaya is just a freshman. And Borunda is just a freshman. Buendia is a junior. Salcido is a junior. Olivas is a junior. And Schaus is a freshman.
Well, very young, and again, still trying to grow into the roles that really they've got,
Sure.
Laid out and stretched out and mapped out here, but nowhere to go but up and just continue to improve week after week, and then see what happens when you get into the district season. I think that's kind of the tack that they're taking.
That's right. So the red date on the calendar for Lovington is January 27th, and they're going to have to be sharp. They're going to be hosting Artesia for the start of district. They need to be sharp tonight. As you said, they're going to face this team that they face in Clovis is going to be very much like the rest of not the rest of, but the district that Lovington is in with Artesia, Goddard, and Portales. So these girls are enthusiastic. I like their attitude, their energy. I like the strides that they seem to be making, tightening up as a team, improving their individual skills and their team skills under Chief Bridgeforth. So we'll see what they have to go up against Clovis, which, they've got 14 girls on the roster, so kind of the opposite. And but even saying that, only 3 of their girls are really showing up in the stats. So obviously they're not a deep team as far as we can tell so far, judging by the stats, TJ.
Right. They are gonna run trap, and they are gonna run press the whole game. And when you're gonna do that, you have to have at least a deep roster to continue to try and get to keep fresh legs out there. Lovington can do that, and they generally do play better when they press, but you've got to be careful with only 9 girls on the roster.
Well, but these girls look very fit. They are continuing to look very fit and conditioned, and in addition to their attitude and energy, that's going to be very important. Going up against center, here we are with the tip-off. Clovis is going to control, and it's going to be De La Rosa moving it down mid-court, handing it off to Thomas, right wing, and in the lane. Kind of an oopsie pass, and Lovington girls with really tight defense forced a turnover, a nice steal. They're moving it down to, going all the way is number 20, Buendia, and then she got tripped up. And we mentioned before that Clovis is a very physical team, and they're not afraid of throwing hips and elbows and just, being very physical. We saw it in the JV game. By the third quarter, they already had 9 team fouls. So going to the line is going to be Buendia before there's any score on the board at all. We're at the free throw line already. First one is up and no good, so that's a miss. Still scoreless here.
That's going to be important, though, is to take advantage from the free throw line, because you should have quite a few opportunities tonight.
Yeah, with Clovis usually being very physical. Second one is down and in, so it's Buendia with a 1 point gives Lovington the early lead, 1-0. Clovis with the ball, driving down. A little spin move into the paint by number 3, Zara Lewis, and she's going to get fouled.
No, just out of bounds. It was a good job there by Buendia and by Castro getting a hand on there and knocking that away.
And a good clean coverage. So, I looked down at my roster and looked back up and realized, nope, it wasn't a foul. Clovis having some trouble inbounding it in time. And there's an attempted 3-point shot from the left wing by 23 De La Rosa, and then a fight for the rebound. 2 girls hit the floor over near the Lovington bench. Whistle sounds. I think they're just going to say out of bounds.
Yeah, they are. As Buendia had a collision over there with Allison Thomas, but last touch by Thomas, so it'll be Lovington basketball.
Castro inbounds, gets it to Buendia. Buendia working it on the right side, leaves it off for Borunda. Then she leaves it off for Castro. Oh, and they work it nicely into Buendia in the lane. She puts it up, it gets fouled. So, yes, she count the bucket and the foul. And that is going to put Lovington up 3-0 now and send Buendia back to the line. She's 1 for 2.
And they are going to whistle that one on Jefferson, her first personal second team foul. And so Lovington a chance now to stretch this out to a 4-0 lead.
7:12 left to play in this first quarter. Nice one. Oh, and it rolls back and up. So another miss Clovis with the rebound. They pass into the lane right in front of the bucket. Zarai Lewis puts up the shot, the easy layup, 3-2. But here comes Lovington, moving the ball quickly back down the court. Going to work in the ball around the arc, passing it off. It's Malaya Castro now with it. Leaves it off for Aranda. Aranda gives it to Barunda. Now Barunda charges, drives into the lane right side, and I think they're going to call the foul on Clovis on number 30.
They're going to whistle that on Thomas, number 22.
No, they're 22. I saw 32, but it's 22. So Allison Thomas with the foul against Barunda. It'll send Ashland to the line.
And again, you need to pay off from the line.
Yep, you do. This is how Lovington can help even up the score. A 4A team against a 5A team is taking advantage of that. Nice high arcing spin shot by Barunda. Sinks it. Has another one possibility. Makes it 4-2 now. Lovington leading Clovis. Barunda eyes it, skies it, and that one finds the bottom of the net as well. So 5-2. With Barunda 2 for 2 from the line. Clovis with the ball, moves it down. Oh, and taken away. A nice steal by Myra, but then stolen right back as the teams trade turnovers. As a pass in the lane, just right under the bucket to Zarai Lewis, and she puts it up from the right side and is fouled. So count the bucket and the foul, and they're going to, let's see what they whistle that on.
They're going to get it on Malaya.
Yep, it's Malaya Castro. So first foul.
Personal.
And that sends Lewis to the line. Count the bucket, so it's 5-4. Now Lovington leading, and it's up and good. So we're tied with Zarai Lewis, all 5 points for Clovis now. 5-5. Lovington moving the ball down. Castro to Buendia, top of the arc, moves it around right side. Good but rambunctious defense by Clovis. Again, very physical. Oh, and a shot. Three-pointer up by Barunda, and she drops it through the net. And so a three-pointer makes it 8-5. Fast-moving game. The ball is stolen away and then lost as Malaya Castro trips on her own feet. That was another nice steal, though. 2 steals in the game so far for Castro. And, I haven't been keeping track of the turnovers.
Third turnover
for Lovington.
For Clovis.
Clovis, and
one for
us. Okay. And Clovis inbounding.
Actually 2, yeah, you're right with that one.
All right. And right underneath a pass through the lane, but Lefebvre kicks it out. 3-point attempt, no good, and it's De La Rosa with the rebound. Passes it over on the right side to Thomas. Now in the lane, and she's got to go for it. She's in there. Lefebvre trying it. Hard bounce, and she gets fouled for her trouble. Lovington's going to have to watch that. I think Aubrey Aranda probably.
Be on Aranda. Her first personal, second team foul. So that'll put Lefebvre at the line. They were really trying to get Lewis on that left side of the lane. They've got to watch her coming through.
And it's up and good. So Lefebvre is on the board with 1 point. She is leading. She's the leading scorer for Clovis. Not the leading rebounder, that is. 7.4 rebounds. And the second one up and good as well. So 8-7 is your score. Lovington with the ball. Bring it down right side. That's Barunda. Pulls up. Leaves it off for Buendia. She's going to charge in, then pull out. Send it over to Aranda, left side. Oh, Lovington losing the handle on the ball. Buendia gets it back. Leaves it off for Malaya Castro. Drives in. Sends it over to Aranda. She puts up a three-pointer from the left side. Won't fall. And the rebound is Clovis's, and that's number 3, Lewis. And she passes it off in the lane.
Jefferson on the fast break.
Jefferson makes the layup, so now Clovis is leading 9-8. Lovington with the ball, though, back down quickly. Myra Castro rattles one home, a three-pointer from the left wing. So good job, Myra Castro makes it 11-9. Here comes Clovis, though, quickly down the court. It's a little bounce pass in the lane, and they go ahead and kick it over to the left corner. And then a fight for the ball. Oh, no, and I think Malaya Castro I think the ball hit her in the nose, hit her in the face, either in the face or the gut. I couldn't see. She's up, though, and has shaken it off. But in the meantime, there was fight for the basketball and a foul, and that's going to be the second foul on Aubrey. No, it's going to be the first foul on Barunda. And it's going to send Zarai Lewis to the line. She's 1 of 1. So no bucket, but the foul. And we've got subs coming in as Barunda comes out and Salcido goes in. She'll be in the blocks on the right side. And the second shot is up and good. So Zarai Lewis, 6 points. Lovington with the ball, working it around the arc, outside, passing it off. And now Buendia charging in, no room. Good defense by Clovis. Gives it to Myra Castro. Myra gets it over to Salcido, backing it in. Can't find room, and now turnover taken away as Zarai Lewis is going to bring the ball down. So third turnover for Lovington. Clovis, it'll pass in the lane and is stolen away. So turnover, and a shot is up and good. Buendia with 2 points. So making points off of the turnover, and that's what you want to do. Lovington doing a good job there. So 13-10 now. They've got a 3-point lead. Clovis with the ball. They kick it back out mid-court. Just about lose it. Zarai Lewis going to work it in. Good defense by Lovington, keeping him out of the paint. Gonna pass it over on the right side. Now charging in is Thomas. And Thomas knew what she wanted to do, and that is charge in and try to draw the foul, and she does. And I think that one's going to be against Aranda.
That'll be on
Salcido.
Salcido.
On Salcido. So that's her first one. That's the 4th team foul. And that's going to send number 22, Thomas, to the line. It's her first. She has no points in the game so far. 13-10 your score. First one is up and good. So Thomas with a point. 13-11 now. 3:15 left to play in the first quarter. We got subs for Clovis coming in, as it looks like Jefferson and De La Rosa coming out.
Roach and Petner going in.
Roach and Petner going in for. And that one is up and good as well. So 13-12. Lovington with a slim 1-point lead. Got the ball. That's number 30, Olivas, in the game for the first time. Passes it off to Buendia. She puts up a 3-pointer from the right wing. It won't fall, and that is going to be Clovis with the rebound, and stolen away by Buendia. Nice hands. She takes it coast to coast, puts the layup up and in from the right side. Nice heads-up play as Buendia catches him sleeping. Clovis with the ball back. Going to bring it down. Trying to get the ball in the lane. They do. Then it's knocked away, but Clovis gets it back. That's Petner with it. Petner looking for room. Good defense by Lovington. They get it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre kicks it back out. Clovis going to reset. They give it to Lewis from the left wing. She tries a 3-pointer, won't fall. And then the rebound by Petner, and then taken away. So another.
Actually, she put a shot up, and it was a rebound by Salcido.
And Salcido gives the ball. Lovington brings it down. Salcido looking for room on the right side of the basket. She's got to pass it back, and now Chief Bridgeforth wants to go ahead and call a timeout. So we'll take it. We'll wait and see if
just a 30.
Just a 30-second. So actually, we'll just keep it right here. Just a 30-second. Yeah, I'm waiting. I was waiting to see what the ref indicated, and now he just indicated a 30-second one.
I jumped on it. I looked down at Chief, and he was touching the shoulders.
Okay.
So.
All right. 15 to, I wasn't even looking at him. 15-12 is your score. Lovington with a 3-point lead over Clovis here in the first quarter. Just a couple of minutes left to play in it. And it's been a pretty fast-moving game, as we expected. So Lovington likes to keep it moving, run and gun. So does Clovis.
Well, it's going to be important, though, because Lovington already has 4 fouls as a team, and there's still 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. And Clovis right now is, 2, 4, 6, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Yeah. So Clovis not usually a real high percentage free throw team, but
this team,
so
far this game,
it's
looking
exception.
that way. And Clovis has 3 team fouls so far in this first quarter. So fresh legs coming in for Lovington. Abigail Schaus now in as well. It's Malaya Castro inbounding to Barunda. Barunda backing up near midcourt.
And going
drive over to the left.
lineup.
And now a nice pass over to Olivas. And Olivas creeps in And from the left side, puts up a nice layup. So 2 points for her. Makes it 17-12. Clovis come the other way. Will pass into the lane, kicks it back out. Zerai Lewis at the top of the arc. Then gives it over to Pettner. Pettner drives in, puts up a shot. It's an air ball. And Barunda with the rebound. She's got it.
And then she's going to get fouled.
And she is definitely going to get fouled. She gets bumped into. They're going to call the push foul on what, Pettner?
Pettner.
Yep, Pettner. So that'll be her first foul. And it's on the floor. So Barunda will inbound from the student section. Gets it to Malaya Castro. Malaya brings it across the timeline, right side. Colin setting at the O. Gets it to Schaus, top of the arc. Schaus looking for room. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda leaves it off for Castro. Castro gets it into Schaus right underneath the basket. Oh, Schaus tries to put it up. It won't fall. And with the rebound is Clovis. And yep, and she gets it to a nice pass to Zerai Lewis, who puts up the layup. 2 more points, so 17-14 now. Malaya Castro putting up a shot. 3-point attempt, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Nice one. Abigail Schaus with that, her second rebound. Still, Lovington still trying to find room. Clovis keeping him out of the paint. Oh, and then a steal as Zerai Lewis comes in, gets it away from Malaya Castro, takes it down and puts up a layup, and that's 2 more points for her.
And she's got 10 of the 16 on the board for Clovis. They got to find a way to slow her down.
17-16, Lovington with a 1-point lead as Malaya Castro brings it down. Bad pass, and Clovis comes away with it. They send it to Zerai Lewis. She brings it down, tries to put up the layup. It won't fall, but then the Lefebvre with the rebound, and the putback is good. So now Clovis with the 1-point lead, 18-17. Seconds, just 5 seconds left in the first quarter as Lovington's got the ball, trying for a last shot. Nobody's going to put one up, and at the end of the first quarter, it is 18-17, Clovis leading after Lovington led for most of that first quarter. We'll be back and get the second quarter going here at Wildcat Gym. You're listening to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth and City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist you can trust, that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. And at the end of the first half, it's 18-17. Fast-moving, nicely played game for the most part by these teams as Clovis has the 1-point lead. Lovington inbounding. And Malaya Castro pops a 3 from the right corner. And it makes it 20-18. Clovis bringing the ball down right side. That's Thomas looking for some room. Good defense by Lovington, keeping him out of the paint. Lewis passes it over to De La Rosa on the left wing. And then in the lane, and you know what? That was Jefferson not quite ready for that pass. It goes out of bounds, so it's going to be Lovington ball.
Wow, I thought Lovington had touched that one last. So that'll be the 6th turnover for Clovis. Lovington gets a break here and a chance to extend their lead.
They do, as bringing it down center court is Buendia. Gets the ball back, passes it to Myra, and then over to Malaya Castro. Pops another 3 in almost the same spot as the last one just a couple of minutes ago. Makes it 23-18 now.
That right corner, her happy place.
Yeah, it certainly is. Clovis with the ball back. Zerai Lewis moving it around the outside of the arc. Looking for room. Good defense by Lovington. They're going to call, they're going to call Buendia.
Yeah, they're going to
She
get
got
her
a
on the
little
push.
they got a little too close from behind and really put her hands on the hips there of, I think, 22, Thomas. It'll be on the floor. So that's going to be second foul on
just the first.
No, just the first on Buendia. Yeah, not as bad as I thought. And it'll be Thomas inbounding from front of the student section over across the way. Clovis just going to pass it back and forth and now drive in, pull it up. Zrai Lewis passing it over, getting it into Jefferson right underneath, works her way underneath the basket, puts up a shot, doesn't have a prayer of making it, but she draws the foul instead.
Yeah, and I think that was the whole
Yeah,
point
I
there
think
is
so
Aranda
too.
going to get her on the hold. That'll be her second personal 16 foul, but that will put Clovis in the bonus for the remaining 6.5 minutes of this first half.
And it'll be Jefferson at the line, her first attempt at the line. She sinks it, makes it 23-19. Got 6:36 left to play in this second quarter here. 23-19, Lovington up, but Jefferson at the line trying for another one. And she sinks that one as well. So 23-20 now. Lovington with the ball, brings it down left side. Aranda driving in, pulling out to Castro. Castro gets it to Malaya in her happy place on the right side. This time it hits the top of the backboard. Kicks out. It's going to be Lovington basketball as Myra picks it up.
That may be the longest rebound of the year.
That's right. Oh, and she passes it back to Malaya again in that same spot on the right side, and it just goes out of her hands and out of bounds. So that's going to be another turnover for Lovington.
Their sixth.
Their sixth. That's what I've got too. And 23-20 still your score. Clovis with the ball. There's a shot up from the left side. No good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be Buendia who gets it.
Castro got it and then gave it to Buendia.
Okay. And in the lane, a little traffic going
Oh, we've
through the lane.
got a little argument on
Yeah,
what the
we
call
do.
is. One ref is calling a charge, the other's calling a block.
And Clovis doesn't like what they're seeing, and he's going to call the charge.
They're going to call it on Thomas, and one ref's going to come talk to the other.
Right.
And
because
discuss it.
one ref was down here mid-court, the other was underneath the basket. So they had totally different perspectives, up court and down court, looking at that. So the call's going to stand, and they're going to call that. That's going to be on Thomas.
So it'll be her second personal, 5th team foul on Clovis. And it'll put Buendia
at the line. And she's 1 for 3 at the line. Shot is up and good. So sinking that one gives a 4-point lead for Lovington, and she gets another shot. So I have a chance to go back and write that rebound by Myra Castro in. And sinks that one as well. So good job by Buendia. 25-20, 5-point lead, but Clovis right on their heels. Clovis with the ball. In the lane, into Lefebvre. Lefebvre pops it up, and they're going to say out of bounds, but last touch by Clovis. So another turnover.
No turnover.
No turnover. That's right. Lovington will have the ball. Buendia bringing it across timeline to Castro, then to Malaya Castro, and then back to Myra. And all the way across to Buendia, pulls up. Then to Myra Castro. She takes a shot, 3-point. Fight for the rebound. It's going to end up in Lefebvre's arms. Lefebvre going to take it coast to coast. A little layup from the right side and doesn't get it to fall, but she is going to get fouled.
So she'll go to the line for 2, but it does put Clovis in the bonus. So they'll be going to the line on every foul now. Going to call that on Malaya, the hack. Her second personal, 7th team foul on the Lady Cats, and Lefebvre hits the line where she's 2 of 2.
Malaya with 3 points in the game. And the first one is up and good. So that is Lefebvre. 3 of 3 now from the line. Lovington with just a 4-point lead, and that one rattles home as well. So 25-22 now. Lovington with the ball. Buendia bringing it down right side to Castro. Malaya on the right side. Looking for room. Good defense. Buendia making some moves. Gets it to Myra Castro, midcourt. And a pass almost out of bounds. A little bounce pass into Salcido, who was right underneath the basket, but it goes too hard. Salcido turned the wrong way to pick it up. Oh, was it not Salcido? Let's see. Buendia?
Barunda.
Barunda. Sorry. All
So
right.
that will be a turnover on Lovington. They're
right,
seventh.
they're seventh. And give it to Clovis. That is De La Rosa bringing it down to LaFave. Lewis in the corner. Looking for room. Jefferson spins in the lane, puts up a shot. It goes hard off the backboard, and she's going to draw the foul again.
They're going to call that on Myra. That'll be her first personal 8-team foul on Lovington. And so, as you mentioned, Jefferson goes to the line. She's got 4 points, and she's 2 of 2 from the stripe.
Yep, she had a layup and then 2 points from the line. Make it, that one hits front, back, and spins out. So a miss for her at the line. But she'll have another shot at it. 25-22, Lovington still with a 3-point lead. 4:38 left to play in the second quarter. And this one is also going to miss. And Lovington a little quick on that. Aranda trying to get that. Instead pushes it out. But it's still going to be Lovington ball.
Yeah, Jefferson went over the back. Was lucky she didn't get a foul call. Now they're going to go full court press.
Myra Castro gets it in. Buendia gives it over to Aranda. Aranda trying for Salcido underneath. A little off, but they're working the ball. I like the way that they worked the ball. They worked it until they got right where they wanted to in the lane, and putting the layup up was
Kira Olivas. She was
Olivas.
wide open on the right side.
And 2 more points for her. She's got 4 in the game. Clovis with the ball back. They work it in very well as well. Give it to their shooter, Zerai Lewis, and she puts up
And then gets the steal.
steals. And so a turnover by Lovington. They give it to,
That was Thomas.
Sorry. They give it to Allison Thomas, and she puts up the 2. And now Chief Ridgeforce wants a timeout. So 27-26, just like that. Lovington is back down to just a 1-point lead in this. So there's a timeout. We're just going to keep it right here and say big thank you to our sponsors as we have just a few minutes left before the half in this one, about 3 minutes left before the half. And Lovington with a pretty quick pace game on this. This whole game has moved pretty quickly, but this second quarter seems to, there I think fewer fouls overall so far in this quarter.
Well, yeah, there definitely has been, and Lovington though wants to keep this from getting away from them. Yeah, there was 8 fouls combined in the first half, and so we're at 13 now, so 5. So we've still got quite a bit of this quarter to play, but I think right now Chief Bridgeforth down there, he's telling his girls, don't play their game. You cannot out-physical this team and keep somebody in front of Zerai Lewis. You can't lose track of her. She's already burned them for 12 points. She is the Clovis offense.
Right. She is the shooter.
That and their free throw shooting.
She is leading with 14.3 points per game. So
she's nearly at her average,
so
and there's
Lovington
still
needs
half
to
of this quarter.
Try not to foul. And bringing it back in, Myra Castro inbounds. Going to get it to Buendia. Oh, getting worked on, but she moves it down, top of the arc. Looking for room. She's looking for Salcido in the paint. Luckily, it goes off the legs and goes to Aranda. Aranda puts up a shot, but no good, and Clovis with the rebound. They're going to bring it down. Jefferson back to Zerai Lewis in the lane. She puts up a shot. It doesn't fall. And trying to save it from going out of bounds, ends up giving it to Buendia. Buendia takes it down and makes them pay for that. So 2 more points, and that gives Lovington the 29-26 lead here with 3 minutes, 14 seconds left.
And it gives Buendia 11 points.
Yeah, Buendia is doing very well in this game as well. Clovis just working it around the outside of the arc, trying to find some room in the paint. Then they give it to Lewis from the left corner. She tries a 3-point shot, won't fall, and it's Lovington with the rebound. When they give it to Buendia, she brings it down, thinks about it, pulls it back out. So they're going to work it around the arc. That's Olivas with it now. To Aranda, back to Castro, then over to Buendia, left side, working in, takes a 3-point shot, won't fall. Salcido with the rebound. And they give it off to Aranda. Or Castro puts up the shot, won't fall.
And Buendia,
Clovis brings it back down, and then
Buendia with a long rebound.
Yeah, and Buendia ends up picking up the fumble and the turnover. Lovington can't make the basket good, though, so it's as if it never happened because Clovis has got it back going the other way, and that's De La Rosa with the ball. Gives it off to Thomas. Thomas back to De La Rosa as Clovis just kind of stops the momentum of the game here a little bit. Lovington gets some pretty good defense. Jefferson gets in the lane. They're going to have to quit fouling Jefferson. She has not made.
And that's
she's
gonna be
got
on
2
Aranda.
points. Yeah, she's got 2 points in the game, but she has drawn. She's been at the line 4 times now.
3, yeah.
And so they really need to. Yes, they got to guard her, but she's a much worse threat at the free throw line than just open shooting. Right? She does miss that one though, so she's 2 of 4 at the line now.
But now Aranda going to have to sit with 3 personals, and that's
right.
a big loss for the last 2 minutes of this quarter.
Because Aubrey, although she doesn't have any points in the game, she's been a ball handler and a playmaker, and she's got some assists. And that one by Jefferson does sink. 29-27 now. Lovington with a 2-point lead. Got the ball. Oh, but Buendia loses the handle on it. Goes in the back court. There's a fight for it.
Myra saves it.
Castro ends up picking it up, trying to pass it over to Olivas, and it's Jefferson with good
and
hustle.
The Clovis
comes out of
coaches
nowhere.
are not happy. They're saying backcourt. No, sorry, coach. When your team touches it,
Yeah.
it becomes not a backcourt anymore. And their team touched it before we did.
Lovington maintains. Castro inbounds to Buendia. Lovington just holding on to the ball mid-court. 1:28 left to play before the half. Lovington with a 2-point lead. Gonna make Clovis come to them, not bad, until they can find somebody open. They get it to Buendia. She gets swarmed. Then they send it into Salcido in the lane. She almost loses it. They get to kick it back out to Castro, then to Olivas on the right side. She gets double teamed, trapped up in the corner. A bounce pass to Salcido. Oh, and she misses the point blank layup, and it's going to be Clovis with the rebound. They get it to Zarai Lewis. She drives the lane, and she is going to get fouled. Are they going to call her for the charge?
Nope,
they're going to call the block. Yep. So Zarai will go to the line, and they're going to call that. Let's see who they call that on. I think that's going to be on Buendia.
Nope, it'll be on Salcido.
Salcido.
It'll be Erlin's second personal 10th team foul.
So 29-27, the score. Lovington leading, but Zarai Lewis at the line. She's 2 for 2. Well, and a little question as Clovis, Coach Reed has a question for one of the refs. He's nodding. Okay. So they give the ball back to Lewis. The first one is up and good. So 29-28. Less than a minute to play in this one. Lewis, second shot is up, no good. Castro fighting for the rebound. It ends up on the floor. I think they call a jump ball.
Yeah, Buendia got the rebound and control. Now they're going to say actually a foul on the floor, I think.
Really? Well, we'll
and
see what happens.
Should be, or nope, they're going to call timeout. Chief Bridgeforth called the
saw
timeout.
That. Called the timeout before
the ball could get stripped away. So it'll be, let's see. Yep, it'll be just a 30.
It'll be a 30, so we'll just keep it right here as we only have less than a minute, less than half a minute now to play in this first half at least. 29-28, Lovington, that 1-point lead as kind of things are getting a little bit sloppy here in the last couple of minutes of this second quarter.
Well, it has been, and I think Lovington getting a little bit frustrated as Clovis has really ratcheted the pressure up, but Lovington keeping the pressure up is getting a lot of fouls called on them, and I think they're a little bit frustrated that the same fouls aren't maybe getting called the other way from their perspective.
Right. So at the end of the timeout, Clovis taking a little more time in the huddle. Lovington girls are ready. Refs are ready. 47 seconds left to play. And Lovington will inbound. It's Myra Castro into Buendia. Back to Castro. Oh, and Clovis blocking it away. Petner Sending it out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington ball.
Clovis, or rather Lovington, they've got open girls. They need to find them, and they need to move the ball
Petner
fast.
Fighting for it, but Buendia maintains, having some trouble getting trapped in the back court, loses a handle on the ball. Luckily, it goes out of bounds off of the legs of Thomas, so it'll be Lovington basketball.
Well, and again, find the open girl. Olivas is all by herself over there. Throw the high outlet,
right,
and find Kira, and then reset.
Oh, and fumbles, as that's going to be a turnover by Lovington as Clovis picks it up. That's number 40, Petner, driving in, loses the handle on it. It was like a half shot. But Lovington with the ball, and that's Buendia backing it up, top of the arc. He's going to get it to Olivas. Olivas driving in, passes it off, and it was Borunda not quite ready for that. And a pass to Buendia is contested as two girls end up on the ground, and that's number 40. That's Petner. They're going to call a jump ball, and we'll see which way the arrow goes. The arrow's going to go. I see it. Thank you. I see the arrow on the board. Says No, it said Clovis, and it indicates Clovis, but it's going to be Lovington ball. So Lovington will have the ball inbounding midcourt. Get it to Buendia. Buendia drives into the lane, puts up a little shot, and no good. And it's going to be Clovis with the rebound. Doesn't matter. That was 22 Thomas with the rebound, but the buzzer sounds. It's 29-28 halftime here. And Lovington with your 1-point lead. Lovington goes into half with the lead, and we will take the break and be back with your halftime show, your Lovington Auto Supply halftime show here. Lovington Girls Basketball at Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
And Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply halftime report. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Your Lovington girls are in the lead by 1 point. 29-28 is the score at half. They actually led after the first quarter as well, 18-17. And here is the scoring for your first half. Zarai Lewis leading Clovis. No big surprise there. She is your leading scorer for Clovis so far this season. 13 points and 2 rebounds. You also have, Shalonda LaFay with 6 points, 3 rebounds. Kaylin Jefferson, another starter, with 5 points, 1 rebound. Then you have Allison Thomas with 4 points, 2 rebounds. And as far as other rebounding for Clovis, you've got De La Rosa with a rebound. And you've got Petner with 3 rebounds. So turning over to Lovington, your leading scorer so far in this one is Elizabeth Buendia. And, of course, she is also your leading scorer for Lovington this season. She's got 11 points already in this game. She's averaging 12.9 per game. She's got 3 rebounds to go with that as well. Then you have 6 points by Malaya Castro. She hit 2 trays in that first half. So 6 points for Malaya Castro. And then you have Ashlyn Barunda with 5 points and a rebound. And you've got, Olivas with 4 points. Salcedo with 3 points. And you've got Myra Castro with 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And then 1 rebound by Schaus. And you've got 3 points in the game by Erlyn Salcedo.
3 rebounds.
3 rebounds, not
no
points.
points.
So,
Yep.
sorry. Yeah. I didn't put the leg on my P for rebound on that one. I just left it 3 rebounds for
I wish you had
Erlyn
3
Salcedo.
points. It'd be a little
Yeah,
more
it would be
comfortable
nice.
lead.
That's right. But Lovington's still up by a point in this one. So we have, a very fast-moving half as well. Really a lot of fouls, and we're not surprised by that. As physical a game as Clovis plays.
But Clovis has only been whistled 5 times.
That's right. Lovington actually has more fouls than Clovis in this game so far. What do you think of the first half, TJ?
Well, I think Lovington is leading, and they're playing a good game. 29-28, as you mentioned. They've got to find a way to control the fouls, and they've got to find a way to start drawing some on Clovis. Clovis with 17 attempts from the free throw line. They go 12 of 17 in the first half. If it's not for Kaylin Jefferson missing 3 in a row and then Lewis missing another one, this could be a little bit different ball game. Lovington going 5 of 7 from the line. Very good there. First quarter got out-rebounded all over the place, 8-3. But then at the end of the half, it's Clovis with 12 rebounds as a team and Lovington with 10. So they've started fighting a little bit more on the boards. I think Lovington is in a good place right now, but they've got to be a little bit careful. Aubrey Aranda, who has been kind of their secondary scorer a lot of times. She had 23 in that last game we called here. She's got 3 fouls. Malaya Castro with 2 fouls. Salcedo also picking up a couple of quick fouls. So they've got to be a little bit careful. They can't let Clovis just all of a sudden start marching over them, but they've got to be just a little bit mindful of where they are on the court and how not to, try and not get the contact. Set the feet, draw the charge. That's what they tried a couple of times. Didn't quite work. And instead of coming down, trying to block things and getting a hack, you've just got to put the hands straight up and set those feet.
Turnovers, not a real big story in this one so far.
7 for Clovis, 10 for Lovington.
Right. And that's not too bad for halftime. Not as, as physical as this was. They took it in spurts. They traded turnovers a couple of times and then would go for, quite a while before either team committed a turnover as well. So, yeah, looking right now at needing to come in and take care of the ball. Again, they haven't coughed it up, all that many times. Lovington a little more than Clovis. But as you said, I think it's a matter of controlling fouls. And that's really going to be a big story. As you mentioned, Clovis doing a pretty good job at the line tonight when they've drawn the fouls and have gone to the line. They've only missed a couple.
Right. Well, Zarai Lewis is what they need to be most concerned about. And try not to foul her, but stay in front of her. Make it a little difficult for her. Make somebody else beat you. Make Jefferson beat you. Make LaFave beat you. Make Thomas beat you. Make Petner beat you. Somebody like that. Somebody who they're not as confident in shooting and is not as used to shooting. So if they can keep from fouling Lewis, I think that gives them a pretty good thing. But they've got to keep pretty tight defense on her. She's already put up 13.
So that is your Lovington Auto Supply halftime show. We'll be back in 30 seconds to get this second half of this game kicked off. Lovington leading by 1 point, 29-28 here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Girls Basketball from Wildcat Gym. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and we're just about ready to tip off the second half. Lovington is leading this one 29-28. It also was just a 1 point difference at the end of the first quarter. So we'll get into this third quarter. And Lovington, as you said, looking to really have, they're playing even expecting for their execution to be improved in this game and to be playing well against Clovis. They're playing them even tighter than I thought they would, and with some fewer fouling and mistakes, they would have a much greater control of this one, TJ.
Well, they certainly would, and so now just come out and play your game, and let's see how the chips fall.
Clovis inbounding, working it down court. Lewis passing it off in the corner. Pass in the lane to Jefferson, and again, she has yet, she's only got one layup in the game, but she draws the fouls like crazy when she is in the lane. All she has to do is put up her hands and attempt a shot, and it seems like Lovington is all over her.
And other than that one layup, she really hasn't come close to the basket. Let her take the shot and then work on the rebound.
Exactly. I think I said it in that first half that she's much more of a threat at the free throw line than she has been in this game, at least, in just open shooting. She does sink that one, so that's another point for her. She's got 6 in the game. That ties the game at 29. Second shot is up, and it's hard off the backboard. Fight for the rebound. Lovington will control. That's Aranda who is going to get it and bring it down. Right side, drive in, then pull up. Buendia driving the lane, then she kicks it out. They get it over to Borunda, left side. Oh, tries a three and banks it off of the glass. Nice shot by Borunda, and it makes it 32-29.
Also
Clovis.
worth noting, Clovis does not have a three-pointer in this ball game. That's the 5th for Lovington.
Clovis working it around the arc. Then they get it to Jefferson right in the lane again. This time she puts up the layup from the left side and it falls, but she also gets fouled. Was that? No, that was Jefferson. Yep,
yeah,
and Jefferson will go to the line.
And they're going to whistle that one, I think, on Borunda. Yep, they will. So that'll be the third on Ashland.
Oh, boy.
So she's going to have to sit for a while.
And Jefferson will go to the line. Now she is 2 of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 of 6 at the line. Up and no good, a miss, and Lovington with the rebound. They get it off. to Barunda. Barunda to Buendia. Oh, and a pass into to Buendia, and they're going to say, I think that she
traveled.
Yep, I was going to say it was palm ball, but I think she traveled.
Yeah, she caught it in the air and shuffled a little bit when she hit the ground.
And I think she was having trouble her balance. She caught it in the air, and I think it was either stay on your feet and travel or fall to the court. So turnover by Lovington. Gives it to Clovis. Clovis going to bring it down right side. They get it to Jefferson in the right corner. Then to Thomas. Thomas drives in under the lane. She's going to put up a shot, but I think they're going to call her for a charge. So, yep, definitely. So Thomas with another foul. Give it to Loving.
And that'll be Thomas's third foul.
And Myra Castro will inbound it. Get it to Buendia. Back to Castro. She'll run the point for Lovington across the timeline right side, drive it in, give it a nice pass over to Salcido, who tries to finish it, won't fall, but Lovington with the rebound. Oh, and then a pass over to Aranda rather, in the corner, goes out of bounds. So another turnover by Lovington.
Not sure why Buendia didn't just continue to go through the lane and take the underhand scoop.
Take the shot. There. She must have felt a little out of balance. I saw that. She was kind of feeling maybe she was just a little tripped up. So give it to Clovis. They'll inbound. No pressure defensively. They bring it down. And it is Lefebvre. Lefebvre over to Petner. Petner back to Lefebvre, right side. Back. Oh, and now she gets it to De La Rosa. They get it into Lewis. She drives the lane, puts up the little shot off the glass from the right side. 2 more points, and Clovis has now got the 1-point lead. And Lewis with 2 more points in the game. Oh, and stolen away as Jefferson with a steal. Give it to Clovis. They give it to Lewis. Lewis tries a 3-pointer, won't fall. Then Jefferson with the rebound and the putback. So 2 points off of the turnover, off of that steal, gives Clovis the 3-point lead. Lovington, Buendia driving in left side. They give it to Malaya Castro from the left side. Tries the 3-pointer. It doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be Zarai Lewis coming up with the ball. She kicks it to De La Rosa. To Lefebvre. Back to Petner. To Lefebvre. Back to, now it's De La Rosa driving the lane. Passes it off to Lewis from the right side. 2 more points. And that's Clovis with 37-32 now.
And now the
5-point lead.
Now danger zone for Lovington.
Oh, as Buendia loses the handle on it, and a turnover stripped away. Petner drives the lane, then passes to Lefebvre. She puts it up and in, and now Clovis has their biggest lead of the night, 7 points, and then a turnover again as Lefebvre steals it, takes it down, and 2 points, and Chief Bridgeforth needs a timeout.
Yeah,
as Clovis is now poured it on quickly. A 9-point lead, 41-32. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back with more Lovington Wildcat Lady basketball here.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
And welcome back to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. And here in the third quarter, a flurry of activity as Clovis really came alive. Turnovers, steals, and making them good. Run. Yeah, just amazing. 13-0 run leaves the score at 41-32.
And they forced 5 straight turnovers.
A 9-point
5 straight possessions
lead by Clovis. And again, they made those turnovers count. Turnovers are only a problem if the team forcing the turnover can get a basket out of that, and maybe even draw a foul in the process. So Lovington got some work to do. They need to shave this back. They inbound, get it to Buendia, then to Aranda, now down to Malaya Castro. And they're going to call a foul, I think, on Clovis. Yep, a reach foul, got a hack foul, and it's going to be on Thomas?
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa. All right, so that's her first foul. I think.
It is.
Yeah, De La Rosa. So it's a floor foul. Lovington inbounding, but Clovis right there forcing another turnover, taking it away. Gets it to LaFave, over to Petner in the left wing. She drives in, bounce pass to Jefferson in the lane. She tries to put up a shot. And again, the shot is stripped away, but foul in the process. And they're going to call, I believe, Barunda for that. That's her
Going to get
third.
Olivas.
Oh, Olivas. Okay, that's her first foul.
And
on
again, I think
Olivas.
the way Jefferson goes through, she's just kind of all over the place. I think if you back off and let her take the shot, she's probably, she may make those occasionally, but you're going to have a better chance of her missing and getting a rebound.
41-32, still the score, but now Jefferson sinks her first one and makes it 42-32. Full 10-point lead by Clovis. Got some subs coming in as Aranda comes out. And Schaus goes in for Lovington.
Well, and now's a good time to use Schaus in. They can use her on the glass, and they can also use her in the low post with a high inlet pass and give them a chance a little bit better on offense.
And she does make the rebound on that in the left side blocks for Lovington. Comes away with it. They get it to Buendia. She's getting trapped up. Crosses the timeline, and they're going to call a foul on Petner, I believe. A little reach foul, hack foul on the wrist. No.
They're going to call it on.
They are. They're going to call it. I thought.
Yeah, they're going to call the hold
on. They're calling
on Ulabati, who just checked in.
Ulabati, right? Okay. So Lovington will have it. That's Olivas inbounding to Malaya Castro. Malaya midcourt, working over on the left side now, passing it off to Olivas. Olivas leaves it for Buendia. She drives the lane. Kicks it back out to Malaya Castro, tries a three-point shot, doesn't fall, and Clovis with the rebound. It's pushed out from behind by Olivas, and then Petner loses the handle on it. It goes out of bounds right there in front of the Lovington girls bench, so it's a turnover by Clovis. Give it to Lovington. Olivas will inbound. Good chance for Lovington to try to eat into this lead. A pass into Schaus in the lane is taken by Clovis instead. I think they're going to get Schaus for the reach, for climbing the back. It's so hard for her. She's a much taller girl. And, it's just there's a whole art, to managing your size without getting tagged for the foul every time you're close to somebody.
Well, yeah, and that was not a good inlet pass, trying to get it into Schaus. They threw basically a fastball in low. They needed to just arc that one up high. Schaus has got 5 inches on everybody on the court.
Does.
Let her go get
her
it.
Wingspan alone. I mean, she's definitely got the reach. Clovis working the ball around the outside of the arc. They find some room. Give it to Lewis. A little sprint move. Turnaround jumper is taken away by Schaus. Nice steal. Using her size to advantage without getting called for the foul. Awesome. And now if Lovington can capitalize on this and try to get a score out of this, a wild shot put up, and then the rebound controlled by Thomas for Clovis. Gets it to Jefferson. Jefferson puts up the shot from the left side and makes it 44-32. 12-point lead by Clovis. They're stretching this out in the third quarter. Under 3 minutes to play. Lovington taking the ball. They get it to Malaya Castro. She drives in from the left side, and the shot's no good, but she does get foul going up. And they're going to call that on Ulabari or Jefferson? Jefferson. And Jefferson for sure has a little kind of
personal. Yep.
Yeah, she gets a little of her own medicine back there as Castro was driving the lane from the left side, and Jefferson tagged her. So Malaya at the line. Ooh, it hits and then rolls, and that'll be her 7th point.
And stops a 15-0 run by Clovis.
So 44-33, fresh legs in for Lovington and Clovis as subs come in. We'll catch those for you in just a moment. So Olivas is back in, Buendia's in. I can't see who's in the block, so along with Schaus. Oh, a nice one by Castro. Nothing but net on that. So 44-34. Clovis with the ball. Almost rolls out of bounds. They corral it, bring it back in. They get it to Thomas, the left side. Will pass into Lewis. Lewis kicks it out to LaFave. LaFave is going to get it over to Thomas. She tries a three-pointer air ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Clovis. So it'll be Lovington's ball. Nope. They're going to say last touch by Lovington.
Yeah, that was a hustle play by De La Rosa, who managed to take it off of the knee of Salcido.
Lewis inbounds. Clovis working it around. Lewis with a three-pointer from the left corner won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Clovis has it. And taken away. Popped up when Diaz got it. Brings it down, pulls it up outside the arc, and then a bounce pass in under the lane to Salcido. Won't fall. Schaus fighting for it, but it's tipped away and controlled by Clovis. And that's going to be De La Rosa bringing it down, and then to Thomas. Thomas loses the handle on it. Buendia picks it up, then she gets tripped from behind, and she is something, I think she hit her knee going down.
Yeah, she got
writhing
clipped.
in pain for just a moment, but she's up and working it out.
Yeah, got clipped from behind by Thomas, she was going down, got her right in the back of the knee. They're going to give her a second to catch her breath. And
that's the third foul on Thomas.
Fourth.
Oh, fourth. Yeah, I missed. I've written 4 down, but I just looked and saw 3. So Buendia in pain, but shaking it off. She's got the ball inbounded from Malaya back to Castro. Oh, and it's tipped away. Could see that steal coming. That was Zerai Lewis. Lewis bounces it, puts it up, and makes them pay. 2 more points for Lewis. Again from that left side. Makes it 36-44, or 46-34. And a shot is up, no good. Schaus turnaround jumper, then gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good. Salcido with the rebound and the putback finally sinks one for Lovington. 46-36. A minute 21 left to play in this third quarter. As De La Rosa's got it, pulling up, pass into the lane, stolen away. Buendia comes up with it, gonna bring it down, then kick it out to Malaya Castro. She takes a 3-point shot and pops the net from the right wing. Her third tray of the game, and it brings it a little bit closer. 46-39, just a 7-point lead by 38 rather, an 8-point lead by Clovis. Clovis with it, and Coach Reed wants to take a timeout as he's not liking the fact that Lovington forcing a turnover, popping the tray, getting a little momentum here. He's going to try to kill it, and Lovington is going to try to keep their fire going during this timeout. And we'll go ahead and just keep it right here. It was just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here again. 46-38. Clovis is up in this one, but Lovington threatening to go ahead and come back. They shaved that lead down just a little bit, and all it takes is a little bit, keeping the momentum on their side, forcing a couple of turnovers, making baskets out of it, and they're right back in this one, TJ.
Yeah, back to within 8. At one point, we're down by 11, but a 15-0 run by Clovis is really the difference in this quarter, so Lovington needs to find a way to keep the momentum on their side, and they're going to have to find a way again to continue to try and slow down Clovis. They've got to hold on to the ball, though. Lovington has turned the ball over 9 times in this quarter.
They had 3 or 4 looks at the basket the last of when they did finally make that basket. Clovis inbounding, bounce pass into Roach in the game, puts up a shot and fighting for the rebound. I think Schaus is going to get called for the foul.
Yep.
And she's a little angry, a little frustrated. I can understand that. So
Schaus
kind
of leaned into her and was moving the feet, and they're going to get you for that every time.
Yeah, 2 fouls on Schaus now, although she's going to be in the blocks on the left side for Lovington trying to rebound, and that's going to put Roach at the line. It's her first trip to the line, and it's up and good. So makes it 47-38 now. 38 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Lovington trailing, as it was a very tight game in the first and second quarters, and now Clovis stretching it out in this third a bit. Rolls in and out, a miss, and Lovington with the rebound. Oh, and a bad pass. It really goes in and out of the hands of Audrey Alexander in the game for the first time tonight for Lovington.
But fortunately, last touch by Clovis.
Yes, so it's going to stay Lovington basketball, and it will be Myra Castro inbounding from in front of the Lovington bench. And she gets it back to Alexander. Passing around the outside of the arc, gets it to Alexander on the left side, pass into Salcido. Salcido to Schaus. Schaus just trying to turn around and put it up. She does, but it doesn't fall, and it's going to be De La Rosa with the rebound.
But that's what you need to do with Schaus. Do the high inlet in
Right.
the low post,
Right.
and just let her turn around and put it off the glass.
It's a numbers game. You take enough of those shots, you're going to get it to fall. Point is, you're running out of time in this one. Oh, a long three-point attempt by Clovis, and it's going to be the last buzzer shot put up, as going the other way was Salcido, and it bounces off the backboard at the end of the third quarter. Clovis leading this one 47-38. We'll be back with the final quarter in this one. Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Basketball. The Lady Cats here hosting Clovis. And fourth quarter about to begin. Clovis is leading this one 47-38. Malaya Castro inbounding to Buendia. Buendia running the point. Setting some O. Looking to pass it off. She does to Aranda. Thinks about the three. Then moves it around left side. Kicks it back out to Buendia. Buendia leaves it off for Malaya Castro. As Clovis keeping Lovington out of the paint. Lovington playing for position here. Moving the ball around. Buendia over to Myra Castro. Into Aranda. Working her way in. Puts up a layup. It doesn't fall. Way short. And the rebound actually was De La Rosa's.
Lefebvre.
Well, De La Rosa got it and then gave it to Lefebvre. And the ball goes out as Lefebvre loses it. That's a turnover. That's only number 14, though, by Clovis. Lovington with the ball. Buendia running the point. Getting worked on by Lewis. Top of the arc, gives it to Malaya Castro. She finds some room in the lane, but kicks it out, and then they pass it over to Salcido. Barunda. She takes a three-point shot, doesn't fall. And Clovis with the rebound. That was Thomas. They give it to Lefebvre. Get it to Jefferson in the lane. She puts up a shot, won't fall. Lewis with the rebound and the putback, though.
And now Lewis with 21 points.
And 49-38. Your score, Clovis leading. Lovington needing to catch fire right here. They're running out of time. 6:37 left to play in the game. They're moving the ball on the outside around the arc. Buendia to Aranda. Aranda now finding room. Drives the lane. Puts up a shot from the right side. It won't fall. Clovis with the rebound. And Lovington, their cold shooting is really costing them here. They've had some looks at the basket, and they could have cut into this Clovis lead. Clovis with the ball. They're just going to hang on to it a bit. They get it to Lewis. Lewis drives in, puts up the layup from the right side, and makes it 51-38. Lovington with the ball. Salcido, Buendia bringing it down. Gives it to Malaya Castro. Then to Barunda, back in the game. Give it to Aranda, then to Malaya Castro. She takes a three-point shot. It won't fall, and De La Rosa with the rebound. Again, cold shooting, giving the ball back to Clovis. They've got a 51-38 lead. Passing the ball, give it to Jefferson in the lane, and she puts a little right hook off the backboard. And 2 more points for her, 53-38 now. Lovington with the ball. Malaya Castro drives in from the right side, loses the handle. Clovis picks it up, and they get it to Jefferson, then to Lewis from the left side. A layup makes it 55-38. Clovis really stretching it out here, and I think Coach Bridgeforth wants a timeout as he just doesn't like the momentum that Clovis has built and hung on to here.
Yeah, and that will be their final timeout of the ball game as, 55-38 with the timeout taken, as Lovington just having all kinds of heck right now. Basically, let's see, my math, and that's never a good thing, 3, 8, 19. They've been outscored 27-9 in the second half thus far.
Wow.
So
yeah, it
was all sparked by five consecutive turnovers that turned into 10 points. Actually 11 points because there was the N1.
There was the N1. There was a foul in the N1. So, and that's exactly what did it early on in that third quarter. And Clovis has taken that momentum. They've never given it back completely. And Lovington has been shooting, taking shots, and having looks, but they have not managed to get offensive rebounds to get second and third looks off of that. Their first shots have missed, and Clovis has been right there to pick up the ball, take it down, and make some points, and that's, again, how they've managed to stretch it out as well. So here we are out of the timeout. 55-38 is your score. Clovis leading this one. It was a tight first half, but Clovis stretching it out in this second. 5:11 left to play in the game. Lovington will have the ball. Buendia looking for somebody to inbound, gets it to Myra Castro. Myra going to drive in, kick it out to Malaya Castro. Malaya going to drive around the outside of the arc. Playing for position. Buendia finally pulls up, takes a shot. It's an air ball, going to go out of bounds. So it'll be Clovis ball. Again, cold shooting. And now I like their energy and their effort, but their shooting has gone so cold here, especially in the fourth quarter. But in the second half.
I think a lot of that has to do with just really tight and tough defense for Clovis. You got to
so
give it
too.
to the Purple Cats.
That's
that
right.
They've helped with that cold shooting by kind of getting them just a little bit rattled. Not letting them get comfortable in their shooting spots.
Got the ball right now. Lefebvre pulling back midcourt, just content to hang on to it. Now passing it into De La Rosa in the lane. She puts up a shot, hits the backboard, so it's going to be Lovington's ball. Or nope, they got a foul called. A foul. Again, bad foul. That ball it hit the backboard. It was going to be Lovington's ball.
Yeah, late
instead.
Hack
and they called on Barunda, and she's got 4 fouls now. And that's going to send De La Rosa to the line, where this is actually her first trip to the line, and she misses her first one. She's De La Rosa. She's a rebounder. She's not a shooter, not a scorer, but she has forced some turnovers, has some steals, and rebounds for Clovis. Second attempt is up, and that one finds the bottom of the net. So De La Rosa on the board with 1 point. 56-38 your score. Lovington with the ball. Not for long as they make a bad pass. Clovis is there to pick it up. They get it to Lewis. She puts it in. Little layup makes it 58-38 now. 20-point lead by Clovis. Lovington with the ball.
And this was a 1-point game at halftime.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter and at the end of the half.
And Lovington was
in the lead. So Lovington working it around very nicely, and they get it to Malaya to Barunda off of an assist by Castro. And Barunda with the ball now forcing a turnover as Buendia's got it. They give it to Aranda right in the lane, point-blank layup right side, and it won't go. And Lefebvre with the rebound takes it down for Clovis. So 58-40 is your score right now. Clovis leading.
I'm not sure why Buendia didn't just take that all the way herself. She got it, and she had an open lane. And now Lefebvre was there with her. I think maybe a little bit afraid of drawing the foul on the contact.
Clovis working the ball around. Lefebvre fakes and moves in underneath the basket, puts up a shot. She's going to draw the foul. From that angle, she had no hope of making that basket. There was no hope. It wasn't even a true hook from underneath the basket. But she put up a shot, and with her hands up, she drew the foul. They're going to call that one on number 5, Aranda, and that's her 4th foul. And it sends Lefebvre to the line, and she sinks it.
Yeah, Lefebvre now with 11 points in the ballgame is a perfect 5 of 5 from the line.
59-40 your score. Lefebvre has another shot at it. Barunda and Aranda come out as they've got 4 fouls apiece. Although with 3:17 left to play in the game, not sure that's going to matter a lot. but Schaus is in the blocks on the right side, fighting for the rebound, and actually she's going to get it. So that second shot was up and good by LaFave. 60-40. Myra Castro inbounding. No defensive pressure as Buendia is going to pick up the ball.
And waiting to touch it
Yep.
so the clock save a little time.
They get it to Salcido, drives the lane, loses the handle on it. Another turnover by Lovington. Clovis now just going to take it across the line. They've got some bench players in now. That's Zunick with the ball. And I think that's Archie in as well. A bad pass. Gets by Petner, going to go out of bounds. It'll be Lovington basketball. 2:58 left to play, 60-40. Your score, 20-point lead by Clovis. As Lovington played a very tight, good first half, but it's been all Clovis, the second one. And some butterfingers, but Lovington manages to keep control of it. And then tipped away by Petner, fighting for it's Buendia. She's got it back. Just it's valuable time that Lovington really needs to be attacking the basket, trying to make this a little more respectable here. It's 2:32 left to play. Myra Castro finally with the ball, takes a three-point shot, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Salcido has a hand on it, then it goes out of bounds. But last touched by Clovis. So it will be Malaya Castro who inbounds the ball. 60-40, still your score. 2:24 left to play in the game. Malaya Castro takes a three-point shot from the left side. It won't fall, and there with the rebound is Amanda De La Rosa in the game. Gets it to Zunick. Zunick passes it off. Again, bench players for Clovis in, getting some time toward the end of this game. Sloppy ball handling. Clovis keeps it, though. Then a three-point shot from the corner, no good. Olabari takes it. Another shot at the basket. And fight for the rebound is going to be a jump ball between the two 42s, Roach and Schaus. And the arrow goes the way of Clovis. So a minute 54 left to play. Still a 20-point lead by Clovis. They're going to get the win in this. Fight for it. Lovington comes up with the ball. Buendia's got it, running the point. Pulls up left side, takes a shot, won't fall. Free ball on the court, going to be controlled by Clovis. That's Petner. She puts up a shot and it rolls out. Clovis with the rebound, the putback no good. And then Zunick with the rebound. And then it's given to Petner. She has the ball pushed out of bounds, so it will stay Clovis ball. Minute 26 left. Inbound to Zurich. And there's a shot up, three-point attempt over here by number 20, De La Rosa, Amanda. And then a fight for the rebound. It ends up a free ball on the court, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Petner, so it'll be Lovington ball. It'll be Audrey Alexander inbounding. They get it to Buendia. Buendia going to cross the timeline, center court. Minute 14 left. Lovington just playing for pride, trying to get some more points on the board. They give it to Salcido. She fights, shoots from the right side, and then Petner picks up the rebound.
Her sixth. She's not the biggest kid, but she fights for the rebounds.
So she gives her. It's some of that is being in the right place at the right time and looking to see where you need to be, and she does that very well. Petner fighting for the ball. Buendia pushes it away. They're gonna call her.
And they're going to say backcourt violation.
Yeah, I think she had a hand on it for just half a second, but it's going to be it'll go to Lovington. It'll be Olivas who inbounds. Gets it to Buendia, back to Olivas. Olivas drives in left side, gets it over to Audrey Alexander. Back to Olivas, drives in right side, puts up the shot, won't fall. Schaus with the rebound and the putback. Nice 2 points for her. Makes it 60-42. Down to the last 28 seconds of this ball game. Clovis with a three-point attempt from the left side, won't fall. Schaus, trying for the rebound, touches it. Ends up getting pushed down. No foul. She kind of was halfway falling. It'll be Clovis's ball. Last touch by Schaus. Clovis will hang on to the ball. Zunick, that is, taking a shot at it, won't fall, gets her own rebound. Passing the ball back to Zunic. Zunic working the ball. And stolen away, but no time left to do anything with it as Oliva stole the ball, but the buzzer sounds, and the final score in this one is 60-42. Clovis wins. We'll be back with your Nowell Pharmacy post-game show from Wildcat Gym here on Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to your postgame show, the Nowell Pharmacy postgame show, as Lovington takes a loss. They played a very good first half, a very tight one. At the end of the first quarter, it was 18-17. At the end of the half, it was 29-28, Lovington leading. At the end of the third quarter, Clovis was leading 47-38, and final score 60-42 here at Wildcat Gym. Here's how we got there, and although I did keep some stats, thank you to TJ Miracle for much more accurate stats. But Zari Lewis, with your leading point getter from both teams, 27 points, 4 rebounds for Lewis. But also some good scoring for Clovis by Jefferson, 15 points, 2 rebounds. Lefebvre, 12 points, 5 rebounds. And then you had Thomas coming in with 4 points and 6 rebounds. You had Zunic with 2 rebounds, Ulabari with a rebound, De La Rosa, that's Amanda, with 1 rebound. You also had Martha De La Rosa with 1 point and 4 rebounds. And Petner with 6 rebounds. And you had Roach with 1 point and 1 rebound. For Lovington, your top scorer is Buendia with 11. She had 3 rebounds to go with that. Ashlyn Barunda with 10 points, 2 rebounds. Oh, Castro, sorry about that. Malaya Castro tying Buendia with 11 points. You had Myra Castro adding 3 points, a couple of rebounds, 2 steals. You have Salcido with 2 points, 7 rebounds. Olivas with 4 points, a rebound. And Schaus with 2 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Aranda also had 1 rebound. And Myra Castro with 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. And I believe that is all of the scoring. But I know that you keep up much better with the turnovers, the total turnovers for a game, as well as the rebounds and the shots from the free throw line, TJ.
Well, Lovington in the turnover category, way too many times turning it over. I think once Clovis turned the pressure up, Lovington got a little fumble-fingered. 22 turnovers for Lovington in the ballgame. Only had 9 opportunities from the free throw line. They go 7 of 9 from the stripe. They only had 1 trip to the free throw line in the second half. For Clovis, they turned the ball over 19 times. A lot of those coming late in the ball game when they put the subs in, but 28 attempts from the free throw line. They go 18 of 28. Now here's where the numbers get a little bit wonky.
More telling.
And in the rebounding category, Lovington with 22 as a team, Clovis with 32. At the end of the third quarter, Lovington had 19, Clovis had 18 in the rebounds. They got out rebounded 14 to 4 or to 3 in that fourth quarter, and they got outscored 32-13 in the second half, and hard to win games that way.
It's a very hard to win game, so it really was a tale of 2 halves, as Clovis, Lovington containing Clovis much better in that first half, and Clovis really breaking it out in that third quarter and then never looked back. Lovington never gave up, though. They kept fighting, and you know what? There were some good lessons to come out of this game. We knew that they were looking to play Clovis, a 5A team, to learn some lessons and to look sharp, and they certainly can be proud of what they accomplished on the court tonight, and will take some of those lessons forward. They play next against Ruidoso right here night after tomorrow, Thursday night. So we'll be here. That game is early, by the way. It's at 5:30 against Ruidoso here at Wildcat Gym. So again, tonight, 60-42, the Lovington girls fall to Clovis. But we'll be back right here, and hopefully a different, certainly a much different kind of a game, as Ruidoso is actually a 3A team.
Now,
is that right? Now they are 3A. And so Lovington will, look for these lessons and to maybe come out on top and to come away with this one. So they fall to 7-6 on this season. Clovis improves to 10-3. And thank you very much to our sponsors. This has been your Now Pharmacy post-game show. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. We thank Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Co-op, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, and Now Pharmacy. And we'll be back on Thursday for more Lovington Lady Cat basketball right here from Wildcat Gym on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Good evening.